We're drinking buddies. We're drinking buddies. We're drinking buddies. We're drinking buddies and we like to drink. We're drinking buddies. We're drinking buddies. We're drinking buddies. We're drinking buddies and we like to drink. We're drinking buddies and we like to drink responsibly. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Drinking Buddies. It's episode 24? 24? I think it's 24. If we're wrong, it's been so long, it seems, since we've done an episode. It's been a couple of weeks. We've been off traveling and some other things, so it's time for us to get back on the horse. So, Harry, actually, my name's Brian Roberts. This is Drinking Buddies. This is my good friend, Harry Thomas.
Greetings, everybody.
So, what do we got tonight?
Well, we were talking about just doing something simple. It's already after 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
And so I thought we'd do something simple. And my wife and I, we used to drink bourbon with Sprite. And I know that most people drink bourbon with 7-Up. And I said, well, I like Sprite better than 7-Up. And of course, that's really an individual taste.
Sure.
But we thought we would do kind of the same thing we did with the gimlet and the vodka gimlet. And that is have bourbon and 7-Up tonight. And then next week, bourbon and Sprite.
Nice.
And we probably do the same thing since we didn't videotape the martini.
Right.
We can do a martini with gin and then do a vodka martini.
Sounds good. So tonight is...
Or I should say a martini, which is with gin, and then do a kind of a knockoff that's made with vodka instead of martini and instead of gin.
So a simple drink, you know?
Simple drink. So I've already put the large ice cubes in here.
Love them. That's awesome.
So we're going to do this. We're going to measure not only the alcohol, but we're going to use the same bourbon.
Nice.
And
we're making this a very scientific process.
Well, we're going to do as much as we can to be repeatable and reproducible.
Yep.
So we're going to use a jigger, 1.5 ounces, in each one of these little bad boys.
Beautiful.
And again, this is Maker's Mark, but there are other bourbons around.
Are there?
Yes, there are a couple of other bourbons around.
That's crazy.
We're gonna have we got enough for
I think we got beautiful.
All right, now.
So equal parts?
No, 2 to 1.
2 to 1.
So we're gonna use two jiggers in each.
Wow, so 3 full ounces of Sprite or 7-Up. Excuse me. This is the 7-Up week.
This is a 7-Up week.
There's one.
Just happens that I have 7-Up here and I don't have Sprite.
Well, we're going to have to fix that for next week.
You got it, Toyota.
There are some of you out there that have no idea what he just said. That commercial was
way old.
30 years ago. Let's hope there's some oldsters out there.
So, in mixing simple drinks like bourbon and 7 or whatever, where there's just an alcohol and some kind of a mixer, the preferred go-to standard, if you will, is 2 to 1.
Got it. Okay, 2 to 1.
Okay.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, 2 to 1.
And is there a? I guess you wouldn't want to shake 7-Up.
No.
Yeah, that would probably have to be
And this is fairly fresh 7-Up, and of course, to make it right, you do want fairly fresh.
Indeed.
So anyway, simple drink, bourbon 7. Go to, easy peasy, and cheers.
It smells amazing.
Well, yes, it does.
Here we go.
Mm-hmm. I like it.
Woo!
It's sweet enough, but it's got a little punch.
You definitely taste the Maker's Mark, and that's a good thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, I gotta say that's one of the things. Like, my brother and I, when we're together, we do a lot of Jack and ginger, Jack Daniels and ginger ale. And one of the things is if a little bit too much ginger ale, and it's essentially just a ginger ale that gets you drunk versus tasting the Jack.
Right.
So I like that the 2-to-1. We've never really thought of the 2-to-1. We just kind of splash.
That's pretty much a standard.
That's good. Well, here let's.
It's not a hard written rule. You're not going to get your hand cut off if you do it differently. But
not in this country, you're not. Here's what it looks like. It's beautiful and brown, like all fantastic liquor should be.
And you notice the great big ice cube. So
Thanks, Marty, right?
Thank you, Marty, for the forms. Yes,
whatever they're trays or whatever they call them now. Anyway, here we are, episode 24, the Bourbon and 7.
Bourbon and 7.
Bourbon and 7. Next
week will be Bourbon and Sprite.
Bourbon and Sprite, and see how the difference is. So if you'd like to try it before us and put the comments in the thing below, we'll see if you're right. Because God only knows the only people who are right about how drinks taste are the drinking buddies. So.
I'm sure there's a lot of discussion.
That's an arguable baby, but you know what? I like to believe it. Anyway, thank you for watching Drinking Buddies. Remember, we always drink responsibly, and you should too. My name's Brian Roberts.
Harry Thomas.
And we are the Drinking Buddies. See you next
week. Thank you for joining me.
Absolutely.
I appreciate it.
Always a good time.
We get together. This is the only time we drink is when we do.
I know, right? You think these folks probably think we drink all the time. And frankly, if you are a sponsor and would like to shower us with gifts and or alcohol, we will drink more. We can be purchased. So, but here we go. Once again, thank you all for watching. We'll see you next week.